Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to the latest matchday preview. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Salford City in League 2 tomorrow evening. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this matchday preview. Doncaster Rovers versus Salford City in League 2 at the Eco Power Stadium. It's a very tight, evenly contested encounter, which we will go into as this video goes on. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and sticking with us. The support is massively, greatly appreciated. I can't put it into words how much I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If this video has brought you to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. There will be a matchday vlog up after the fixture. If this video has brought you to the channel and this is the first one that you've watched, then you will not know the format, but this is what we do. We go through the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I say a few words about a Doncaster Rovers player, and then I choose one to watch for the opposition. As I always say though, you know your club much better than what I do, so Salford City fans watching, get your player to watch in the comments down below if you disagree with the player that I've chosen in that one. And then we finish the video off with three predictions. The predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table that me and the family put together throughout the season, and then the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Salford not faced off too many times in our history, only twice that I can find, and we both won one of those, no draws at all. And the two games that we faced each other were last season in League 2, the 22-23 season, and we won our game at home 2-1, but then we got beat 3-1 away from home. So hopefully home comforts continue in this one and we get a win tomorrow night. But yeah, last season we weren't great. We started to turn a little bit of a corner this season, so hopefully not much to say on the history, but I'm sure this season will give us a bit of a better overview of how these two clubs sit between each other. Yeah, so honours even as we go into this one tomorrow night. Current form, very similar in this one as well. Doncaster just edging it with a win, 2 defeats and 2 wins coming into this one. Salford on the other hand, 2 wins, 2 defeats and then a draw last time out. So Rovers slightly better on the form over the last 5 to Salford, but it is very, very close. Friday night under the lights was decent for Donny against Tranmere. It was a hard fought 2-1 win. We looked to be cruising at one point at 2-0, but then from nothing we gave Tranmere a route back into the game, and then it was all hands on defensive deck, and we managed to come away with the 3 points, which was great. The home form for Donny is much better. We're unbeaten in 4 across all competitions, so hopefully those home comforts do carry on tomorrow night. I think there was an added toughness on Friday with Oluwu pulling up in the warm up, and it didn't mean that it was a bit of a makeshift back line, and like I said, we had to cope under a lot of pressure when it went back to 2-1, but held out for a very big win. It felt like a big win anyway. Injuries hitting us so hard at the minute. I believe we've got 16 players out. I'd say probably 8 of those, maybe 9, would be knocking on the door for a first team place. So you put that into any squad and the struggle. So the way that we're going about as business, every single player is putting 100% in every single game. There's no arguments from me in terms of the results that we've been getting. Been unlucky in some, but yeah, it's feeling like it's a collective effort at the minute for Doncaster. So hopefully we're not asking too much of this threadbare squad, and we can continue this good form into Salford tomorrow and Grimsby on Saturday. Salford are, to me, a team that I'd expect to see fighting in and around the playoffs in League 2. They've been doing it for a number of seasons, so a stuttering start has surprised me, and I think Salford fans, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you guys will be wanting to see the form turn and become more consistent as soon as possible, so that you can be fighting up towards the playoff spots. It's very early in the season. I think we're both only 6 points away from the playoffs, 9 points away from automatic, so it's a long old season yet, but stuttering start from both teams, so they'll be looking to get the 3 points in this one. 3 wins and 4 defeats away from home sees Salford 8th in the away table, so home form's letting Salford down a little bit with 2 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. So they'll be coming into this one with a little bit of confidence, I think, with that away form. Plus, on Saturday, they showed a lot of fight, went down to 10 men late on, conceding a penalty, and that was scored to make it 2-1 to Swindon. I think it was on like the 87th, 86th minute, something like that. But then, a 95th minute equaliser will feel like a winner for Salford fans, and it just shows that they've got that do not die attitude. So, something that we need to look out for tomorrow night for sure. On to play profile for this one, I have gone with Tom Anderson for the Rovers. 30 years old centre back, and for me is one of our more experienced players. He's been around the club for a number of seasons now, and it seems like he's getting used or utilised as in a mentoring role at the minute, and he seems to be taking it on pretty well. A superb performance on Friday shows how much confidence that he's got in himself at the moment. It's been missing for a number of seasons, and it's nice to see Tom coming back to the player that he used to be. He was winning everything, calm on the ball, and organising the back line, which I mentioned was a makeshift back line, just like he used to. And I think an informed Tom Anderson is very difficult to beat, and we're starting to see the best of Tom Anderson once again. So hopefully Olawu's back, Bailey beside him as well, and it's showing he's just improving and getting back to the old Tom that us Rovers fans love. So hopefully long may that continue. So on to the opponent's one to watch. As I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do. So if you think I'm wrong with this, please let me know in the comments down below, or if you think there should be somebody else that we should be looking out for tomorrow, let us know as well. So for this one, I've gone with Luke Bolton, 23 years old, right back, getting used a lot further forward at the minute in right midfield, kind of a right wing back role, and on the away fixture last season, he just ripped us to pieces, and is one of those players that I love to see in a Rovers shirt. Hate to see him lining up against us. A very, very good player that has got the ability to unlock defences on his day. Although he's 23, got a lot of experience across different levels of football. 214 appearances, 15 goals, 38 assists. I've gone with Luke to watch out for in this one because he's set up 4 goals this season. Obviously we've got Smith, who's I think he scored 10, so obviously another one to watch for Salford tomorrow night. But I just think if we can shut out Luke and stop him from creating any sort of half chance, then we've got a good opportunity of getting something from this game. So yeah, for me tomorrow the one to watch for Salford is Luke Bolton. Moving on to the predicted team lineup, so this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your team stuck into. You get rewarded for following your club as well. There's nothing not to like about this app. I've got a golden ticket. I will post that on my socials if you are in the waiting room or in the queue to get into the app. But I use it mainly for predicting scorelines and predicting the lineup. And for this one, I've gone with Louis Jones in goal, a back three of hopefully Olawu, not injured, we will see, Anderson and Bailey, right wing back of Nixon, left wing back of Molyneux, with a midfield three of Ben Close, Zane Westbrook and Harrison Biggins, and then the main men up front, Mo Fall and Joe Ironside, starting to build a really good partnership there. So that's the lineup that I'm going with. We will see how close or how far away I am come an hour before kick-off tomorrow. On to the predictions league table. So me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game this season. If we get the scoreline spot on, it is 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, it's 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, it is no points. And I got a scoreline spot on Friday night. I went with 2-1 to the Rovers, so that pulls me top of the table. Chris went with a 2-0 win, so that puts him on 8 points. Max and my dad both went with draws, so they stay on 7 points, but it drops them down with the results for Chris and myself. So plenty of time in the season, but I'm happy. I'm on double figures and I'm currently sat top. Here we go. I think I was bottom last time. And that takes me on to the score prediction, all important score prediction. As I say, I've not been right too often this season. Got one right. Hopefully I'm spot on again with this one. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a close encounter. I think one team's going to edge it. Don't think there's going to be many goals in this one, but I think Donny will be the ones to edge it. I'm going with a 1-0 home win. Controversial, I know, because clean sheets are not our thing. Salford pretty decent away from home, But I'm hoping that the defence is solid. We do finally keep that clean sheet that I think Louis Jones deserves. He's been unfortunate to concede against Sutton and Tranmere, and hopefully Mo Farlow and Ironside do the business up at the other end of the pitch. 1-0 to Donny, 9 points from the last 3 games. That's the hope, and we will see if I'm right come 10:15 tomorrow evening. But that's it for this one. If you have enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.